You ready? You ready to do? Right here. You ready to do your whole? You gonna do your deal? You gonna? Hey, here. I'll get out. All right. Now that he's out of the way, what is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. You probably shouldn't let your friends use it either. We're live right now on Instagram. If that's not where you're watching us, well, you're not watching the show live. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. If you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment, click things, ring bells, whatever it is you're supposed. What else am I supposed to say? I mean, they can like, share, comment. They can do all that if they want to. I really don't give a crap if they do it or not. You're supposed to care about that. Well, I absolutely don't. I don't care. I don't care. All right. Well, that explains a lot. All right. He doesn't care. We are brought to you by Pure Plank. That's right. Edge and Christian. They were planking. He's not Edge. You're not supposed to call him Edge anymore. I mean, duh. You're not supposed to do that. It's Adam Copeland. Yeah. His mama named him Edge. I'm calling him Edge. Anyway, Edge and Christian, they use planking to get 6-pack abs, and they're like 100 years old. Okay, they're not 100 years old. You're definitely not supposed to claim they're 100 years old. That's not at all going to help the sponsorship. Anyway, we got an affiliate link and our promo code. Don't say the F word. You can save money on Pure Plank. Oh, look, Joe's here. Yeah, look, Joe's here. Speaking of people who are 100 years old, Joe's here. Neither one's fair to say, so I don't know why you're being mean. You're literally the one who said you didn't care. Share, subscribe, and comment. Like, what is the deal here?
I'm 100 years old now. Okay.
Oh,
Man. I'm old. Maybe you're old. I don't know.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, hot dog. Ooh,
Yeah. Okay, good.
Dad, you just got roasted by
You getting roasted,
What side you
Joe?
on? Huh?
You getting roasted?
She said you roasted me, but call me old.
No, Dad, you got roasted, Dad.
Whose side is you on, kid?
Neither.
Everybody's.
She said neither.
No, shit. She ain't on nobody's side.
Yeah.
She stands alone.
That's a good thing. I'm okay with that. She stands alone.
I stand alone.
Like Batista.
Yeah, like Bautista.
Batista.
So, what are you guys planning on talking about today? I mean, I put it in the title of the episode, Mark. We're gonna talk about it's over. It's done. It's a wrap. It's finished.
What's a rat?
Done. Throwing in the towel. Been over with. Over with, Joe. It's done.
What's
Done.
done? What is done? What is done?
Everything's finished. Meltzer said it. The boom period in pro wrestling is over. It's finished, man. It's done. It's a wrap.
He might.
I feel like I've kind of been saying that for a minute.
I think everybody's been saying it for a while, but I think it finally hit when ticket prices, we'll say locations.
Ticket prices for WWE, kind of an impact, right? Like,
Yeah.
talking, the boom period's over. Raising ticket prices certainly ain't the way to help it. But one thing I want to talk about with everyone joining us live on Instagram right now, we're going to talk about the reports and all the conversation this week that the boom period of pro wrestling is over. We're talking a little bit about what led to the recent boom, what may be a cause for the dip. Is this just the circle of life of pro wrestling? It is always a roller coaster. But what could be an impact? What things could change to improve things in pro wrestling from a fandom standpoint, maybe from a casual fan standpoint? That's gonna be a lot of what we talk about today. So I'll recap a little bit of the weekend wrestling, but this is something that over the past couple of days, I've spent about 7 hours behind the wheel of a car. And
Oh,
your sister and I, we talked a bit about professional wrestling. And my amazing wife, she's not the biggest pro wrestling fan. It's not that she's not a fan, but she's a fan
ooh.
by circumstance. She's a fan because I am a wrestling nerd. So it's a big thing. You know, how do you capture those folks who really aren't a fan, who maybe are along for the ride? That's a big thing that I think is missing. And, you know, Joe mentioned it, ticket prices. TKO's raising the WWE ticket prices doesn't help the situation. Now,
Commercials on Netflix don't do that.
See, I don't think the running commercials on Netflix hurts the product at all. I mean, we're old. We're in our mid-40s, bro. We've been around, you know, like the commercials in pro wrestling don't hurt anything as long as they make sense. Maybe the ice commercials during AEW probably isn't the right fit for the crowd, you know, but I don't think commercials hurt. You got to pay the bills. You got to keep the lights on. You got to, you know, advertising has to happen. I'm not even mad about the ads in the ring, and I'm a bit of a purist, right? Like there's like a lot of modern shit that kind of I'm not. It takes me time to warm up to, but I've said forever, put ads on the ring, put ads on the turnbuckles, make that money.
I would say maybe they just had like maybe 1 or 2 ads in the ring be fine, but they got what was it, like 6 of them at one time. They had 6 in the ring. From Slim Jim, the Prime to the others.
Oh yeah, but they got to pay the bills.
I get that.
You know, one key thing that me and my amazing wife, your lovely sister Mindy, talked about was the live shows and who attends and who should be attending. And I have vocalized this. Yeah, nope. Pro Wrestling Noah did it with ads in the ring. She's done it for years, for literally ever. And you know what, man? The UFC is going to get talked about a little bit in this show too.
All right.
Talking TKO raising prices for WWE events, and one of the things they said was that Vince's model was for families.
That's what it is.
And one thing I have said for a very long time is pro wrestling should be for families. It is for families. That's what the product is supposed to be for. Families should be able to afford to go. No one should be, you know, making a choice of do we pay the mortgage this month or do we take the kids to Monday Night Raw? That's bad business, man. And here's the psychology behind why I say it. Do you know that Japan drinks a lot of coffee today? There's a lot of coffee that's drank in Japan.
Yeah.
Go back to the 50s, they didn't drink Japan. Japan didn't drink coffee at all. Nestle targeted their advertising toward kids, toward children in like the 70s. To get the population of Japan to start drinking coffee. They played the long game. They marketed toward children to get the population to start drinking coffee because it became comfortable to kids. They made coffee-scented school pencils to get kids accustomed to coffee. So when they became adults, they would be drinking coffee. And it would feel comfortable and feel like home. Well, for me and you, pro wrestling feels like home. There's a nostalgia. It takes us back to a place where life, for me, my childhood was a shit show. Everything was bad, man. But not pro wrestling. Not pro wrestling. My family could come together. My dad wasn't in jail. My mom and dad would take me to Richfield Coliseum. I could go and see real-life superheroes beat bad guys. Hulk Hogan made me believe if I tried hard enough, I could be a good guy. That's a lesson that carried on for the rest of my life.
There you go.
That's what pro wrestling should do. It should deliver that to kids. You shouldn't lock that behind ridiculous paywalls, 14 apps, and $400 nosebleed tickets. You shouldn't do that. That's bad for business. You're going to price an entire generation out. Now, talk about the business of that and what TKO's plan is with WWE, and like, do they actually intend to keep that business, or are they going to sell that business to somebody else who may also overpay for that business? That could be. Maybe the plan isn't to keep WWE in the TKO portfolio, and the plan is to eventually sell it to somebody else. Maybe.
Right,
But
Paramount Plus.
could be somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
TKO did the same thing with the UFC. They were in, Endeavor at the time before they transitioned to TKO. But after the Fertitta brothers sold it from Zuffa to Endeavor, and even shortly before the sale, they overly commercialized the UFC, and they focused on selling the three letters, and they stopped having stars. The fighters stopped being important, and it was just about the three letters. And the hardcore fan base that helped MMA grow and helped the UFC become a household name were pushed away.
Yeah, sucks.
They talk that the boom period, the boom era is over. The boom period is over, and now we're in the ruthless depression era. I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that train of thought. I do think there's an opportunity to better deliver to families. My thing is, how do you do that? What's missing?
I can tell you the best thing to do.
What do you got?
Here we go. Best thing to do. If you got I'll say this, a house show, Raw, SmackDown, whatever, you can at least do that for $90. I get that. $90 a show. I can do that. I'm cool with that. But you go with 1 to 4 to 5 pay-per-views. Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Maybe Money in the Bank. Okay, yeah, you could add them as your high price pay-per-views. But WrestleMania, that definitely should be a top tier, good 500 ticket.
Yeah. Pay-per-views costing more. That's always been the thing, right? Because you don't always get to go to those.
Yeah.
Cheap Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Collision. AEW is you can kind of take AEW out of this conversation for things not being affordable, because AEW is affordable.
Mm-hmm.
As affordable as I think they should be, but they are affordable. You should be able to go to Raw or SmackDown for $50 a person.
Well, you got to add inflation now to everything, so
No, you don't, because the live gate doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's revenue, right? And every revenue stream is an important revenue stream because money's money wherever it comes from. But certainly, in the case of AEW, it's important to sell out the arena, and only because that's what people talk about. There's a lot of people who don't understand all the revenue streams around professional wrestling and around fight promotion, whatever it may be. Pick your combats, but pick your poison. Whatever fight it is you're trying to sell, live gate tickets, it's just a thing to talk about. It's a talking point to pretend the advertising money is not there. The advertising money is there. And what gets it there? Sellout crowds. So reduce your ticket prices and sell out your arenas. Don't talk about how much money was generated through the tickets. Talk about the fact that you sold out the arena. Family of 4 to go to Raw, decent seats, pick your arena. You're dropping $1,000. It's $1,000 night out for a family of 4. And at the end of that, what do your kids walk away with? Nothing. They get nothing. There's no ticket stub to take to school the next day and say, I went to Raw. You don't get that. It's downloaded an app. If you want a commemorative ticket, it's $50 more. And you get it weeks later. They don't sell programs at the show. You don't even get a flyer of the fight card. You want a shirt? It's $45 for a Gildan tee that is crispy with a piss poor print of bad design. That I could buy anywhere. It's not special. It's not only available in the arena. I can go on WWEshop.com and buy the same damn shirt.
Yeah.
It's not that special. There's no souvenir cup. Rarely ever is there a souvenir cup. And if there is, it's not special to the show I went to. Everybody goes to Raw. Get it. You can buy that some bitch on Amazon.
Tickets. Yeah, I got them tickets. What's the last ticket I bought? It's been a while since I bought tickets. I can't even think of the last time I bought a ticket for them.
Going to Collision in Erie this weekend. I think our tickets like $80 each, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Decent seats, not on the floor. I don't like sitting on the floor. I get it. Like your first 4 rows, yeah, those probably should be high end, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like family. They should do more package deals, 4-pack tickets, which they do eventually. As you get closer to showtime, like, yeah, there's deals that come out like week of, 2 weeks out. Yeah, WWE puts out some deals, or the arenas do, however it goes.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Even then, I don't know that it's affordable.
No.
You know, maybe whenever the show starts, like a lot of people will go to the arena before the show starts without a ticket, let the show start, and then jump on there and get cheap ass tickets. I get doing that too. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a gamble. You're not gonna do that gamble with a family of 4. Single dude's gonna do that, but a family of 4, you're not gonna do that. I think we're in an era where people really want tangible media. I talk about it all the time. I don't like that everything's digital. I don't like that you can buy CDs. I want to own things. And I think the ticket stub's important. I can remember as a kid keeping movie tickets, let alone going to concerts and having a ticket stub, going to wrestling shows and having a ticket stub. Bring back the ticket stub. Kids would love to have that for sure. Wouldn't your daughter love to have a ticket that she went to something and take it into school the next day? How excited would she be to have that?
She like the little, what's they call it? The little
Slap bracelets?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Why can't that be my ticket?
Me?
Right there. That can be my ticket. Right there. Why can't you can do that? It don't gotta be this don't gotta be $50. This costs $5. This could be $5. Hey, I went to this. Boom. Stamp it. City and date. I went there. Why can't it be that? Can that? Before we even get to the product, which we'll talk about the product.
Okay.
The product's a talking point. We're talking about the experience and the live shows and it's just and I'm not just saying just WWE. This is for the indies also because we just got word that Deadlock Pro is closing up shop.
Damn.
Indefinite hiatus. It's probably done. One of the best indies, honestly. Deadlock Pro, great shows, right? But remember I've talked to some of these indie promoters and some of these local things, and it's a struggle sometimes, right? It's hard. It's hard because when people think wrestling, they think WWE. So whenever you're the indie promoters, it's tricky, right? Because people don't know who you are, and a lot of people don't think about the fact that the people on Monday Night Raw were once upon a time getting their start somewhere. And there's a lot of great talent on the indie scene. There's a lot of great local talent. There's a lot of people who are great in-ring performers, great personalities, and there's a lot of great fan interaction. People don't see it.
Yeah.
I think you got to build that experience, and you need to, again, dude. I'm really big on the programs. Program, get your program. It to me that was so important as a kid. I loved it. I'd get my program, man, and I would leaf through it at the arena. I'd be leafing through it in the car on the way home. It came to school with me the next day. I carried it around forever because I was there. It wasn't a magazine I bought on the newsstand. It was something I got because I was there. It was special. Not everyone had it. If I were an indie promoter, I would distribute programs. In fact, indie promoters, someone to make the flyer, your fight card, let me know. Hit me up. See what we can do. I'm serious.
I know you serious.
I'm going to Collision in Erie, PA. Anybody out there listening? Yeah. Keep your eye out for me. Because I'm going to try to make some programs for Collision in Erie, PA. I'm going to distribute them before the show. Because it should be special. It should mean something. You should have something you can take with you that didn't cost you $100. You can take back home and say, I was there. So if you got little kids with you, giving out I'm going to bring stickers. I'm going to make keychains. I'm going to bring some shit.
But the thing about them bad boys is they would know in advance who was fighting back then. They have it all ready for you to look through.
Dude, they have an idea already. They have an idea already. Even, man, day up, they can put them out. Put them out. You can't send somebody to Staples. Send somebody's ass to Staples. Throw the design together. Boom. Dude, the old Richfield Coliseum flyers, and I found ones from like events that I know I was at online. I'm like, I'll convert these into PDFs. I'm gonna print these out and I'll put them up on the wall. Cause I know I was at the first Survivor Series. I know I was there. I want that. I want it. And it was just printed on a sheet of paper. And then you could get a program that was like the magazine style. Yeah, you could do that. That was a thing. And that was cool. That was cool as hell. But even just a piece of paper, just to let me know what matches I was going to see. I kept that. And indie pros do that. Give them out at the door. Give them to kids. Get the sticker of your promotion's logo. Make that sticker and hand that shit out to kids so they can put it on their stuff. Don't got somebody make stickers? DM us. That's all. I'll make your stickers. Can't hear Dave Meltzer say the boom period is over. And then all I've seen all week long, Joe, is every pro wrestling content creator talking about it like it was fact. Like it's gospel and like it can't be helped. Throw it in the towel. And this is what happens, right? That's the world we live in today. When the thing you like hits a slump, people throw in the towel and move on.
Put the pants on, girl. Unicorn on. Go.
6 months from now, we'll see less and less pro wrestling content creators because this week they told us the product was down. You're not going to get as many likes. Not as many people are going to view your stuff because so many people are going to abandon pro wrestling because they weren't real fans to begin with. Roman Reigns was cool, so people threw up the ones. And now Roman ain't there.
Roman's still there.
Ish.
Roman.
Ish.
He's
there. Ish. I think there needs to be, more commemorative things at shows. There needs to be better pricing. Local indie promotions, man, I know it would be a struggle to keep the lights on, but man, if I ran an indie promotion, I wouldn't sell advance tickets. I know that's hard because advance tickets help pay the bills, right? You know how popular the show is going to be. You know if there's a lot of excitement ahead of time. You got the money coming through. You can pay for different talent. I get it. But I would sell physical tickets the day of at the show, make it a hot ticket, build hype. I would do a couple shows for free. Let's get some people. Let's draw some interest on those free shows. Make sure everyone leaves that arena with something with the promotion in their hand. Quarter sheet of paper, the logo. Advertise the next. No one leaves without a flyer for the next event. And that flyer for the next event that you got at this event will help save you money on that next event. If you attended this show, you're getting a half price ticket to the next one. Let's come back. Let's build brand loyalty. And kids need to leave with something. Leave with an experience, a moment. Tell your wrestlers, interact with that crowd. If there's a kid, front row, make it memorable for that kid. He should talk about you the whole drive home. That's it. It's got to be special. You want things to be special, you better make them special.
Okay. I can see it.
Another thing.
What's another thing?
It's 2025, Joe. Why can't I hear commentary while I'm in the arena?
They stopped doing that years ago.
I've never been to a show where you could hear commentary in the arena. I don't understand why we are doing it. So your sister hates it. She hates that you don't hear commentary at a live wrestling show. And I get it. Because you know what? If you're not a wrestling fan, watching wrestling without commentary, boring as shit.
They did do it a couple of times at Richfield. They had live. People. They did.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it would be like the main event. They would have live commentary call out the match at the main event.
I don't understand why it's not. Why can't we have that? You know how many times I've been at shows and I've seen people watching the show on their phone while attending the show?
Hmm?
Give me the commentary through the arena. If you can't do it through the PA system for whatever reason, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but you can't do that. Find some way where we can all connect our Bluetooth to something and put our earbuds in.
Well, that's the thing. You got to think about it. They back there, you got the gorilla position. You got everybody telling them what's going on, what's about to happen. So you do the live commentary, then the feed will go out and they'll hear like Triple H saying,
dude, just put the TV audio through. Just put what they're saying into their headsets through the PA. I don't need to hear what's coming in their ear. But they're doing, like, what's on TV is on delay from what I'm seeing live. But what the commentators are saying is happening in real time to what I'm seeing live. There's no reason I can't hear Michael Cole while I'm in the arena. Figure it out. Again, it's 2025. Figure out how you can play the commentary to the people at the live show. Because you know what I don't want to hear? I don't want to hear the dipshit 4 seats to my right talking about how much he hates Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns ain't in the match.
I can say this. From my experience being at the Rocket Mortgage, there's only one person I like to hear. It's that one famous guy, the beer guy. I just like hearing that guy. He's far away, and you get to hear him scream, "It's the beer guy. Get your cold beer." That's the only guy I want to hear when I go there. He's funny, too.
Commentary should happen. It should happen so you can hear it in the arena. If not, hey, man, somebody should utilize their Instagram Live to do live commentary for shows that they're at and get everybody tune in. Like, I don't know. It could easily take a WWE talent who, I don't know, give me one of the backstage interview people. Have them be on Instagram Live doing, have Saxon doing commentary on his live. So, okay, maybe you don't want to give me Michael Cole on Instagram Live because he's busy. Okay, well, tell everyone, hey, 90% of the arena has their phone out anyway through the entire thing. You want commentary? There you go. Just click on the live. You can hear it on your phone. Just put it up. Boom, there you go. You have some kind of audio other than It's not quality. It's not a quality audio experience for people who aren't wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Again, you got a family of 4. Dad and son love pro wrestling. Wife and daughter do not. They're not having a good time when there's no audio. Just not.
They're not. I don't know. Like I said, until they come up with a system that won't get distracted, that won't get connected with the Bluetooth and everybody hear what's going on, then they can do it. But right now,
it's got to be doable. It's got to be doable. There's no way it's not doable. Anyone who works in production for any live events, if you happen to know why a wrestling show can't give me the TV play-by-play that's happening through the PA system in an arena, please let me know. Because it's 2025. I want to know why it can't be done. Because my whole life I've thought it should be able to be done. And since the 90s, my wife has thought the same thing. Her first time going to a wrestling show, we went to a WCW show at the Wolfstein Center in the late 90s. And first thing she said is, why can't I hear the commentators? I'll put it through the arena. I don't know why they don't do that. In the 90s, I thought it should have been doable. It's 2025. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Yeah. I'll find the answer.
Find me the answer, Joe, because I want to know. And when someone tells me why it can't be done, I'll tell you what, I'm going to figure out how it can be. I will find a way to make it so it can be, because it should be happening.
I really think it's going to be due to your phone, the system, their earpiece will all hear what's about to happen from what
Dude,
Triple H in the back said. So that's right. That's the main reason why.
Since forever, you've been able to go to a drive-in movie theater and either pick up a speaker and sit it in your car window, listen to the movie. So you could put a speaker on the back of the seat in front of me and give me my commentary, or you could tune into a radio station and hear your movie. So if you're telling me WWE can't figure out how to put out an app, a commentary app that I can download, so I can hear the TV commentary while I'm live in the arena, there's a problem. Someone can develop that app. That's doable. No reason why they can't do that. No reason why. Triple H, I know you watch this. I know you watch our show. I know because you steal our ideas. Steal this one, please. Please, for the love of God. If not you, Tony Khan, you do it for AEW, because that's a better product anyway, but we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. I swear we'll get there.
Okay. I figure out why they don't do it. I found out late at night. Late at night, I'll figure out.
Joe, who's your daughter's favorite female wrestler?
She ain't all into it yet, so she ain't got no person. But okay, who do you like in wrestling right now, girl? What song do you like the most in wrestling? Person. You ain't got no answer, y'all. So. Okay. Oh, you don't know. What do you look like? Just tell me what it look like. You don't know the name. What it look like? The one that I always listen to? Which one?
The one that you always play in the car and in the house.
Oh! Okay. She like Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is a good one for kids, to a degree. We were talking, me and sister were talking. So, like the fan interaction piece is missing. There's not enough of it. I said, well, man, you have like Jay's entrance. Like the crowd gets to interact with Jay's entrance.
Yeah.
Big deal. Cody's, whoa, they get that. And she said, yeah, but like the New Day with the pancakes, that was a whole different thing. Like, man, remember the New Days were like bringing the power of positivity and they were throwing out the pancakes.
Pancakes.
It was like a whole different thing, man. You had arenas. Like Mindy said, like she thinks there were like people who were bringing their kids just for the possibility of their kids catching up pancakes.
Pancakes were the best thing.
Dude, I wanted to catch a pancake so bad. I never got a New Day pancake. Man, I wanted a New Day pancake so bad. So bad I wanted to catch a damn pancake. Why nobody?
Cereal?
Nah, I didn't get the cereal.
Oh, okay. Got to get cereal. Yeah,
but, dude, like, how cool would that be to catch a New Day pancake, right? Now, I don't know what else it is. Like, someone could do, like, there's Cody's belt. It's one, and he rarely does that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Brett used to give out his sunglasses. That was pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of which, he don't do that no more. Cody don't give out his belt no more.
Yeah, he don't give it out no more. I haven't seen it in a long time anyway. But man, Brett used to give out the sunglasses. That was cool.
That was cool.
New Day throwing out the pancakes. That shit was cool. No one does that. No one has that moment. Like I said, things should be memorable for kids. And man, I bet any of those kids who caught a pancake, I bet they're still wrestling fans to this day.
And JBL with his dollar bill with face on it.
Mm-hmm. The Young Bucks with the money. Okada with the money. You know, bring in the streamers for ROH shows. I think it was probably a big piece of fan interaction. That was pretty cool.
Did you do what I say? Go.
I think the streamers.
Yeah.
That was a cool thing back in the day with the Indies and ROH.
Mm-hmm.
No pyro budget, so the fans brought streamers. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
I worry a bit for like little girls who want to be wrestling fans.
Mm.
I thought Bayley was a decent character whenever she was the hugger. That presentation, that character, didn't have to worry about it. There wasn't anything that was unsavory about that. Like that character wasn't like telling a lie.
She was every girl's hero.
Yeah.
The hugger.
I've criticized it so many times on this show, and it's something near and dear to my heart as a girl dad. I think the over-sexualization of the female wrestlers hurts the product overall. Because there's nothing... Oh, quick hello from Trunks. He's on the road. Drive safely, Trunks. But, like, there's nothing in the product that's really geared toward women. And there's nothing in the product that's acceptably geared toward young girls. We talked about that. Like, you know, you got... When you go to a live show, the reality is women's matches, most people get up and go to the restaurant. It's truth. Harsh truth, but it's truth. I think it's because you can only try to sell that sexualized product to a family for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no hot dude that in our day there was the Shawn Michaels, right? There was Ravishing Rick. My mom was in love with Ravishing Rick Rude, and that brought her to the show. She was. Okay. And she wasn't the only mom who was.
See, that's true.
The 90s, it was Shawn Michaels. He was a sexy boy. That character don't exist today. There's no one for the moms in the crowd to be all excited about seeing. You got the occasional, a subsector for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is 40 years old.
It used to be Randy Orton. All the moms would cry over Randy Orton.
Yeah, but now Randy Orton's in his mid. He's creeping up on 50. He ain't a young man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it has to be that, but if the marketing department's gearing that toward men, but they want families to show up, you got to have that for women too.
I don't know what to say about I say with the women's division, basically, they got to do it to get that person over.
No, they don't.
Because Bayley with the hugger, it was good, but then she wasn't like the John Cena. Could keep that babyface run rolling. It came to its end.
The problem is for Bayley and for a lot of female wrestlers is that the product was written and designed by a pervert. Vince McMahon was a pervert. He designed the product for himself, which he designed a product for perverts, which then created a huge population of your pro wrestling fan base is a bunch of dudes who are perverts.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm saying that and that offends someone, please never tune into this podcast ever again. Because if you're a pervert, you need to know you are one. If you're sitting there watching pro wrestling and you're watching it for the overly scantily clad women and that's your whole deal, you're not a pro wrestling fan, you're a pervert. And the reality is those perverts have a short attention span because they ain't watching the whole women's match. They watch the entrance, they get up, and they go get a beer.
Majority, yeah.
It's not how I would present women's pro wrestling. I would present them as ass kickers and princesses. I would present the women's division as the Powerpuff Girls. There's no reason to have your women's division look like it took time off from the strip club to come out and do some choreographed gymnastics that they're going to not do very well at first place, and then go back to being failed Instagram models. Like it's just not. It doesn't have longevity. It just doesn't work. They pretend that it does, but it doesn't. And as a father, there's a very small handful of women's professional wrestlers that you can look at and show your daughter and go, hey, there's a good role model. Because let's face it, no father wants his daughter ending up on a stripper pole. Nobody wants that. None of us are encouraging that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would say the only one right now that's still dressed decent is Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey and Nia Jax. Well, since you big, but
Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's a bunch of failed models. It's not a quality product. That's something you can show your daughter and go, hey, you could be that someday. Nobody wants to say that to their kid.
She into it, but she ain't into it like I try to get her into it, but she's like, you gonna wait later. So I say maybe next year she'll be into it, but who knows? What the girl? Oh, did you put toothpaste on that girl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You think I'll be rubbing my teeth with soap?
Yes, I would think you brush your teeth with soap.
I think I want my body.
So we covered a lot of things with a broad stroke of paintbrush,
Mm-hmm.
which has been mostly a lot of me rambling on about shit because my brain works weird. The product. We talk the ups and the downs, right? It's roller coaster. Sometimes you have your peaks of the bloodline, and people are saying this is a down period. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown. They're all right. Rarely.
Like I said before, it's always October through December. Every promotion is down because of football. It's football.
You do.
Football
You have said it. You've said it for years. Said it for years right here on this show, and I always go, it's football season? Like,
football season.
I don't watch other sports, man. I watch fighting. I watch pro wrestling. So that's all I know.
So you gotta look. You can see Monday Night Raw versus the Giants versus the Saints. I mean Pittsburgh Steelers. Giants versus Steelers. Boom. Raiders versus Dallas. People gonna tune in to football, brackets, everything. October, December is always the downfall on any promotion. You could try your best to say AEW still got more viewerships or WWE got more. Football is going to collide with it. Football is going to be the main course between now and December.
Yeah.
And then
I talked before. I mentioned I think TKO is more worried about making the three letters be the hot thing. Now, that's not necessarily about the wrestlers. Like in the UFC, it was about the fighters. It was about the three letters. No doubt about it, man. WWE is always going to be the star. The three letters are always going to be the star because, did it what Vince did, but I mean, he still had like individual stars.
Yeah.
Who are the three stars today? Who are the household names? Who are the people like? If we go back to the '80s, Hulk Hogan transcended pro wrestling. He was a pop culture icon. Same with your Stone Cold Steve Austins, your Rocks, your John Cena's. They're larger than the business. But the business always had its stars. Like, you always had your Kurt Angles with Cena. We always had our Randy Savages with Hulk Hogan and our Roddy Pipers. I think Roddy Piper transcended this too. But today, we have our Roman, right? Roman's the crossover guy.
Roman, yep.
Then after that, who's the stars? And I mean WWE because AEW is specifically for wrestling nerds, which we'll get to that in a minute. But
Okay. The three as of today, I would say, don't want to put. You gotta go with Cody, Roman. I don't want to put him in there, but you gotta put him in there, and it's gonna be CM Punk.
so think about that. Your 3 stars. Grand scheme of things, if the 3 stars of WWE are Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, the 3 biggest stars are old men.
Yeah.
They're old men.
Yeah.
They're in their 40s. Punk's almost 50. So when you were 12, you weren't looking at 50-year-old guys as being cool. How's there not a 25-year-old wrestler on the roster in WWE who's a star? Because the reality is they're not. Like we can talk about Braun Breaker all the time. We can see the talent there, but he's not the star. There's no focus on that guy. He's not the star. How is the biggest names got a median age of 42 years old? That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Is there a young star in WWE? Panther, what's up, man? We're talking about the death of the boom period, allegedly, according to Meltzer. Joe says it's football. We've talked about a lot of things. This has been a bit all over the place.
Okay. If you gotta go, I'll say the Vision with Breaker and Bronson be next. If you want to look at SmackDown Raw.
Do you think Bronson, is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, are they stars? Like, for wrestling fans, they're popular. But are they stars?
They are stars. But they are, let's go with it. They are stars. They're going to be the future stars of 2026. There we go. Let's put it that way. Right now, you got distraction with the whole Cena tour. Cool. I get it. I ain't mad about it. But I would say,
man. John Cena's retirement has been, that's probably a whole podcast on its own, but I don't know that it's taken away from, the product. I don't think the fumbles that have happened have been because there's been so much focus on Cena's retirement tour, because they haven't done it very well. If that's where all the resources are going, the resources suck.
But if I had to say, if you do it right, I would say next year, 2026 will be the rise of the young talent, since the majority of people will be gone. So you put the Vision, you pick NXT Trick Williams, back with Carmelo Hayes. Then you go with who else on there on the younger side? Devon Evans. He got some good moves going on. He's making the way, but slow.
Ron Evans is way too skinny of a guy. He will never be a star in WWE. And I don't even mean that to be a dick. It's just what WWE has always been. It's been about selling me a superhero. And Javon Evans isn't a superhero. Great wrestler. I'm a fan. But he's not a superhero. He's not going to, you're not going to be able to put the company on that guy's back. Got Panthers in here saying, Braun Breaker could be the face of the company and have things centered around him. Maybe. But he ain't a star today. Today, the stars. Joe's right. The stars are Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, and they're all old men. And the only one who slightly transitions into being liked by women is Roman, and that's a very small section of the female populace. There is no pretty boy who's a bit cocky with some confidence, who still has a bit of a lovable humbleness to him. They don't have that guy. AEW may be able to make it happen with a Kyle Fletcher, maybe.
Yeah.
Outside of Cody, who does WWE have who even speaks to kids? Outside of Cody and Jay. And Jay shouldn't even be popular with the kids. Let's address that really quick. Because it wasn't even something I even had in my mind to address. But, Jay is popular with kids. The Yeet Man has all the kids yeeting. He did that drunk at a press conference. That ain't the role model for your kids.
Hey.
Cody was drunk at that same press conference.
Yeah.
There's no superhero.
Besides Cody?
Yeah, Panther saying Javon will be a star. People might say otherwise, and body type just right. The difference is, man, and Javon is very young. He could put on some size.
Right now.
Ray's different, though, man. He's a luchador. He's a superhero. There's a Rey Mysterio action figure back there somewhere. Ray is a superhero.
Yeah.
No. If you're good on superhero, you don't even got to have great in-ring ability in WWE. You just got to have the thing that makes you a superhero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio was a superhero. And in this moment, Javon Evans is not. But also, I don't think anybody is. Penta's probably the closest right now we have to a superhero in WWE. Closest.
I could say this. Divine Evans also good with the kids as well. Kids like him too.
Yeah. You know what? And you know what the kids like about Javon Evans? He's young. He's a young person. He has young person energy. He gives off young person vibes.
Yeah.
CM Punk doesn't give off young person vibes. He gives off grumpy, crotchety old man vibes. He said it himself. He's old and he's hurt and he works with children. Putting the belt on a CM Punk and trying to ride your A show on the back of a broken, beat up old man isn't a smart play. Because the important demo for WWE isn't 18 to 34. It's not. It's 8 to 18. And they can't relate to CM Punk. They don't even know who CM Punk was. They weren't alive for the best part of Punk's career. And that's who you guys choose to put the company on? That's dumb. Yeah. Now you had someone in AEW who really connected with kids. You had Darby, Braun Bronson, Carmelo, Penta, Ludwig. He's right. That lineup right there from Panther live on Instagram. That could be the future. It could be. When do you get them established to pull it out of the slump that's into that? I don't know. When do you pull the trigger? How do you make it happen? AEW had Darby Allin, who the kids loved. And in my opinion, they screwed it up. They screwed up Darby Allin being for the kids. They kept having him try to murder people. Maybe stop doing that. Can we take the taser away from Darby? Let's not have him have that weapon. Flamethrower, cool as shit. Absolutely cool. Let's get rid of the stun gun. You have a guy who kids really liked, who had a look and a vibe that you can market toward kids. They would buy his action figures. They would paint their face like him. Get rid of Darby's stun gun. It's a bad idea. Yeah. CM Punk's a different breed. They have fancy taste. You know the Punk lure. That's true. Us old dudes, we know Punk's lure. That's the appeal, right? The lure of CM Punk. Younger fans, I don't know what they'd ever see in the guy. His matches suck. His promos, His promos can't connect with young people. Yeah. Darby gave 2000s Jeff Hardy vibes until he started pulling out the weapons like Looney Tunes. Yeah, the flamethrower is fine. He could keep that. That could be the thing. But the taser is too much. The pepper spray is too much. It doesn't make it. You can't market that to a kid. Having him get drowned, even though I wasn't as against as other people, it's not kid friendly, and he's your kid friendly guy.
I could say that drowning. If they watched it carefully, you could tell he was holding his breath the whole time. But hey.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible spot. It was much ado about nothing. But just it's not for kids. It's not for kids. They didn't do it in a time frame where it was, but it's not for kids.
Damn, 2003. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
Youngin. Panther's young.
Damn. Okay. Oh look, girl.
See, so you went back. See, Panther went back. Panther was born in 2003, grew up on WWE, CM Punk, and then he started watching ROH Punk. So you invested in it. Not everyone's going to do that.
The ROH Punk was good. I ain't going to lie on that one. The ROH Punk was good.
You mentioned Trick Williams a little bit ago.
Yeah, Trick Williams.
With that mention of Trick Williams, that brings me a bit to NXT. NXT does some stuff that I'm like a real big fan of. NXT house shows are done in small arenas, intimate feel, cheap tickets. Good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you one thing I just flat out don't understand. I don't understand how NXT ever does better in ratings than Dynamite does. Other than to just chalk up the better marketing and promotion. Because NXT is just not a good show. It's not a bad show.
Not bad. So
but it's not a good show.
But if you look at NXT,
minimal talent on that program is good. Every promo is bad. Every promo is clearly someone learning how to do a promo. And not a single promo is ever good. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a long time since I've watched NXT from an episode from beginning to end. For very good reason. I can't. Just like how I can't watch an episode of TNA from beginning to end, it just hits points where it's so not good in that beginning to end, I can't watch it. But you watch Dynamite and you see someone like an MVP put on a masterclass in cutting a promo, and it sounds like he is delivering a sermon in a Baptist church in Alabama, where he's demanding the attention of the entire arena, getting his guys over, getting himself over, and getting their adversary over, all at the same time working commentary. Like, there's not a person in NXT who can do it.
But if you look at NXT, they're just making you get the spotlight of knowing what it feels like to be on live television in front of a live crowd. And you know, that's good, people.
Panthers reminding me it's developmental. I know. I get it. I know. It is developmental, and there's some developing happening, that's for sure. What I'm saying is I just want to understand how more people tune into that than tune into Dynamite.
People other than upcoming stars.
Other than this very, very important thing. AEW is just made for a very specific fan. It's for wrestling nerds. And it can't stop. It can't seem to stop being that. And as a wrestling nerd who thinks that right now AEW is the best wrestling product, period, I think it's really bad. That is just for nerds like me.
I hate no.
There's no crossover appeal. Like, I think there's almost zero crossover appeal to the AEW product. Other than if you could get that lapsed wrestling fan who hasn't watched since like Ruthless Aggression, watch AEW. Like, give it like 3 weeks. You're gonna be a wrestling fan again.
Yeah, that'll be my dad, y'all.
Panther says he feels like NXT never lost its spirit in a way. It's something with watching people grow. So I can see like watching, like you want to watch that person go from developmental to main roster, and that's a cool thing. Follow them along in that journey. Totally get that. As an old school NXT fan, like I'm a black and gold brand fan. That helped me become a wrestling fan again because that was such a good product. I just seen WWE just butcher those characters as they moved up to main. So they haven't reinstilled my faith in their ability to take someone from NXT and bring them to main roster and still do right by that person. They've done fine with Braun Breaker, sure.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they follow that line with everyone they bring up because, well, Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, Black and Gold was elite, and now we have all elite. But yeah, I mean, the AEW product is like, I think you would take, like, if you got your dad to like commit to watch a month of AEW TV, your dad would be a wrestling fan again. If the guys were a little bit bigger. If the guys were a little bit bigger. But
that's right. If they a little bit bigger, less talk. There you go.
I don't know if AEW does the things to make it be a mainstream thing. And it's almost like they don't do it in spite of themselves. I don't know if it's an ego thing or if it's like Tony just has his vision of what he wants that product to be, and he's just going to stay the course. I get it. I'm kind of similar in a lot of ways, right? I have my vision of what this is, and I'm not going to compromise it. I'm not going to do ads for just anybody. I'm not out here shilling Mark out. There's just things I'm just not going to do.
Yeah, I know.
That's to my instrument, though. That's, I always say, like, our audience, I consider our audience last. Like, I don't care what's going to make people subscribe. I don't care what's going to get people to comment. We're making the thing we're making while we're making it, and that's what it is. I don't design T-shirts for them to sell. I design T-shirts I want to design. So I totally get it. But I don't know if that works whenever you have a cable program. Like, I don't know if it works for that to be like your. Great, he's got billions of dollars. It doesn't matter whether he's making money. But I just don't know if AEW can ever cross over because it is made for a very specific fan. I'm that wrestling nerd. I know I am.
I know you is.
Right? Like I'm the guy who I was the New Japan fan in 2017. Like I was like, no, New Japan's where it's at. Like, and I was like, how in the hell are you watching? Like, what? Like, yeah, that's what I was watching. I was watching Raw on Fast Forward, man. I was tuning in to New Japan. That OG Bullet Club, yeah, give me that. 2014 Finn Balor, yeah, hell yeah, give me that.
I missed out on that. I ain't gonna lie, I missed out on that.
Yeah, like I can remember giving you shit on Facebook about while you were watching WWE with Dean Ambrose being bald and having bangs. I'm over here watching Bullet Club just tear the place up.
Yeah.
King Kai Allen Stewart. Check us out live on Instagram. King of BKFC.
Yeah, I missed out on that part.
Get that young man a fight. Yeah, man. I just don't know. I don't know like how. Right here, we got Kai Stewart. Check us out live on Instagram. Some wrestling promotion really needs to work on incorporating BKFC guys into their show. I would love to see Juggernaut with Shane Taylor Promotions. Lorenzo Hunt in AEW or Ring of Honor with Shane Taylor Promotions. Why is nobody booking them? Lorenzo Hunt's your boy, Joe. Shoot him a text.
I'll shoot him a text if he responds back. But it takes a while to respond back, y'all. He don't respond back to nobody.
Can you McDonald's?
Oh, no.
Nope, Joe's on McDonald's.
We're going a little bit. We're going go 5 minutes.
Can you let me sleep on the couch?
Oh, no. Go. We're on the couch for, girl.
Panda says he remembers his first sight of New Japan. He was confused and broken seeing AJ getting betrayed by Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
He went back, watched some Bullet Club lore, getting caught up, saw the Elite against Bullet Club. Yeah, man, I kind of hope that during this down period of the main wrestling promotions, I really hope like New Japan kicks it up a notch.
Okay.
You know, I'm such a fan of Gabe Kidd, right? Gabe Kidd's the man. Zack Sabre Jr., man.
Yeah.
Kushida, the man. Okada's going back.
Yeah.
Tanahashi's last opponent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and yesterday was your favorite Biatch's birthday.
Whose birthday?
Okada.
Oh, yesterday's Okada's birthday? I didn't know that. Today's Jericho's, right?
Today is Jericho, yeah.
Yeah, Jericho looking jacked.
I know. I don't know.
All right, Joe. I rambled on about a lot of shit that's been on my mind.
More than that.
Yeah, right? Man, it's all about a lot.
Yeah.
We didn't cover much about the weekend wrestling, so, man, what things stood out to you this week?
Okay. Well, what stood out to me was the person I picked this week, y'all. I kind of like.
Who'd you give Wrestler of the Week to?
You know, even though he's upcoming, don't know that much about him once again, but I like his style. And he's pretty good. And I like the little trademark with the little card with the ace. How he just threw it last night. That's not bad. That was pretty decent. Like, ooh. So what's it called? Ace Austin? There you go.
Yeah, man, Ace Austin. He's I didn't know they put him with the Bang Bang Gang. I missed that somehow. I don't know when that happened, but it makes sense. He was a member of the Bullet Club.
Yeah. But yeah, I seen that like, ooh, the match in the card.
Him versus Kyle Fletcher was such a good match.
Yeah.
That did not get any type of marketing to let people know they were about to get one hell of a match, which is a fault. Which is AEW has never been good at marketing.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they have an opening for someone to help them market their live shows. But I mean, if y'all are interested, could probably I might take the gig if the offer's good enough. I ain't gotta leave the house. I could do it in my other corporate gig all at the same time.
There you go. Yeah, I just looked at it. I saw it like last week. Okay, he stood out. Then last night, him and Kyle Fletcher, they really stood out. Both of them. None, but they stood out. And
Back in the early days of the Don't Say the F Word podcast, for a while I was doing ad reads for Mega Championship Wrestling, and one of the events I did an ad read for, Ace Austin was performing for Mega Championship Wrestling. And at our community college in our town, Joe. He was on a local indie show.
Okay.
I don't know how many years ago that was now. How long have we been doing this podcast? 3 years? 4 years?
Three.
Been a while.
I'll say three. Maybe going on 4. I don't know. Shit.
I remember because I remember I did the ad read the Ace Austin. I ran through the soundboard and ran an echo onto it. Ace Austin.
Not bad.
Bullet Club. So that was Ace Austin got your Wrestler of the Week, man. It was a good match for sure. I'm surprised you didn't give it to Logan Paul. I mean, his betrayal seemingly lining up with the Vision, possibly. I mean, Logan Paul makes sense to be a Paul Heyman guy.
I would have gave it to him, but you just know the trail gonna come anyway by you look at the story from the beginning to the end, and the fact that at the beginning of the show, Breaker just pushed him. He didn't do nothing else. He just pushed him. So you knew Betrayal was gonna come later on in the night. That was it. And he barely got hit. When they got in the ring, he barely got hit. So you knew something was gonna happen.
My finger.
Before I give you my match of the week,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to address the Cena tournament and the mystery person who I'm going to tell you who I think it is.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'm going to tell you who I think it's not.
Okay.
I don't think it's Edge. I don't think it's Jericho. Just got to put that out there. I don't want to be one of these people speculating that like so many others. No, I don't think that. Panther, you think you know me? Man, it's not Edge. And it's not Jericho. It's going to be Joe Hendry. The mystery entrant that he wouldn't, Nick Aldis wouldn't say the name of the person. Now, why wouldn't he say the name? Because if he said Joe Hendry would appear. It's going to be Joe Hendry. Oh, Panther thinks it's Nick Aldis. And if it was Nick Aldis, that'd be better than it being Joe Hendry. I'm kind of over Joe Hendry. That happened quick, I know. Happened quick. I can't. I'm so bought in, and I'm just over it. It went a little too long without him coming to WWE.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
You know what I think it is? Call me crazy.
Crazy.
I'm thinking about this tournament. And here's the thing, I think the solution is going to be this. I think Cena is going to be a DQ match, and Cena going to fight two people that night on his last run. He's going to fight two people. I think he's going to open the show and he's going to close the show.
You think Cena's going to work two matches in one night?
Two matches in one night. He's going to
Who do you think his
and
final
close.
opponent is going to be right now? In this moment, who do you think it is?
I would say I don't know. Because I don't know who all in the tournament bracket. I can't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, I still think it's going to be Gunther.
Yeah.
I still
right
think
now,
Gunther.
that's what I think it's going to be. He's going to open and close the show.
Yeah, as I said, what if it's Gunther? I think it's Gunther. I don't even know anymore who. I mean, Dom could have made sense, but I don't think it's going to be Dom. I wanted to say I thought Dom would even face him at Survivor Series and he could take the IC belt off of Dom. But Dom's going to be mixed up in something with his dad, so that's not going to happen. Blood and Guts is coming up next week. We had a lot of matches leading to Blood and Guts this week. A lot of advantage matches. We got to see Mox and Roderick Strong, which is a really good match. Really good match. Not my match of the week, though.
Okay.
Not my match of the week. I did like Ace Austin and Kyle Fletcher also. Thought that was a really good match. Also not my match of the week. My match of the week is the captain of our fantasy team. Dragunov versus Johnny Gargano.
Okay.
Panther says they could be trolling us in this JBL. Hey, man. Huh. Boy, that'd be something.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing the speculation that Nick Nemeth is the mystery person.
Yeah. Nick Nemeth said he'll only come back just for WWE, not NXT.
Yeah. Mentioned NXT yet again, and we mentioned Black and Gold brand earlier. I mean, Johnny Gargano, that match against Ilya Dragunov. That was a glimpse of the old Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great match. It was everything I loved about Johnny wrestling in NXT. Dragunov is a monster. I'm so glad he's the captain of our team. I am, however, nervous. because I would honestly like to see Tommaso Ciampa in that same spot. You know I'm a Tommaso Ciampa fan.
I thought he was gonna fight on Friday. I thought I had like,
Tommaso Ciampa was my dude in NXT. He was such a heel. He didn't have intro. He had no music. He walked out to booze. That was his music. And he was the champ. Nobody gets heel like that. Which, man, let me tell you, looking back on like Black and Gold era NXT makes me wonder, like, everyone keeps calling Triple H Triple L and saying he's fumbling all kinds of things. And I've criticized his creative as of late in WWE. And I want to say, I don't know if I fully put it on Triple H. I think it's more TKO.
Yeah.
I think that he is really good at being creative and booking a show when no one else has their hands in it, and he doesn't have to appease a corporation. Because NXT at that time, Hunter was able to do what he wanted to do. He was able to make a pro wrestling show for pro wrestling fans because Vince didn't care about the product. He's not able to do that on main roster of WWE because TKO cares about all the product. Yeah, Ciampa walked out with nothing but aura. Yeah. And the best part about anyone who didn't watch that feud, didn't watch Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in NXT, the bad guy kept winning.
I know.
Evil always just kept winning. Ciampa kept winning. So good. It was all about the chase. Why were you invested, Joe? Because Johnny was just chasing him. It was all about the chase, and Johnny would come up short, and he had chased him. And Ciampa just kept winning.
Yeah. That was good. That was good old days. Take over.
Man, it was so good.
Slammed through the screen, then the wooden ring board itself. Oh, damn, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Nothing but aura. What was. So good. That's all I got, Joe. That's it.
All right. That's it.
We need is just outright NXT Black and Gold Ciampa teaming with the Rebel Heart to the way Johnny Gargano and just evil ass Tommaso Ciampa. I wish they could run the whole feud back, just retell the whole story, do it again.
Nah, I think it's too late.
I know everyone knows it. You can't just redo it, but I don't know. I hope Dragunov, holds on to that title. Maybe we can get a best of 7 series with him and Ciampa. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe they could ping pong that belt a little bit, but I don't know. Tomorrow, Raw's in Boston. John Cena's last time in Boston. We'll be back live on Instagram. We'll preview that show. We'll talk a little bit more about the John Cena farewell tour. We'll unpack everything advertised for Raw, and we will, of course, play for When the Bell Tolls. See if anyone can guess the start time of the first bell for the first match of Monday Night Raw.
Dum dum.
Dum dum. See if we get a winner who's not me or Joe. We've been doing pretty decent. Somebody else needs a win and see if I can get them a T-shirt. Again, we'll be back tomorrow for that. Wednesday for a recap of Raw and preview of Dynamite. This Saturday, I'll be in Erie, PA at Collision. And now stickers. See what else I have. I have some swag. So you see me, hit me up. I have stickers. I have keychains. I have something for you. Until tomorrow, keep moving forward. Keep your shoulders off the mat. We're out.